RPN, the Roddenberry Podcast Network.
Today's daily Star Trek news is supported by listeners like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/daily Star Trek news. Hello and welcome to your daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. I'm Allison Pitt, and today is Wednesday, August 19th, 2020. On today's show, actor Ben Cross, who played Sarek in J.J. Abrams' Star Trek 2009, has passed away. The dismissal of the Tardigrades copyright lawsuit against CBS has been upheld in appeal, and we're heading back in time to see what happened this week in Star Trek history. All that coming up next. The Kelvin Timeline's Sarek, actor Ben Cross, has died. A piece from Deadline yesterday reported that Cross's family confirmed the news that Cross passed away in Vienna on Tuesday, August 18th, after a short illness. He was 72 years old. Star Trek fans will best know Cross as the actor who played Spock's father Sarek in J.J. Abrams' 2009 Star Trek reboot. While he played a seminal character for the Star Trek franchise, the role of Sarek was merely one point in Cross's extended and laudable acting career, which spanned 5 decades. Cross was born in England in 1947 and studied at London's Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts before embarking on a stage career. In 1977, he made his film debut in the World War II epic A Bridge Too Far. Cross is perhaps best known for his leading role as Harold Abrahams in the Academy Award-winning Chariots of Fire, but he also had memorable roles in films such as First Night with Sean Connery and Richard Gere, and TV series such as the 1991 reboot of Dark Shadows. Cross is survived by his third wife, Deanna Beneva Cross, and his 2 children, Theo and Lauren. Please join me in sending condolences to Cross's family. The appeal filed by game developer Anas Abdeen in a copyright infringement lawsuit against CBS has been dismissed by a judge in the United States Court of Appeals' Second Circuit, upholding an earlier decision to dismiss the case. Abdeen sued both CBS and Netflix in 2018, alleging that the use of the spacefaring tardigrade on the first season of Star Trek Discovery violated copyright law by taking concepts from a game Abdeen had been designing since 2014. Tardigrades, or water bears, are microscopic creatures capable of surviving in nearly any environment imaginable, including space, and are the focal point of Abdeen's game. A report from Gizmodo shed some light on the formal opinion to dismiss the case, written by Judge Chin, who presided over the appeal. After citing scientific research on the tardigrade, Judge Chin wrote that Abdeen's space-traveling tardigrade is an unprotectable idea because it's a generalized expression of a scientific fact, namely the known ability of a tardigrade to survive in space. He went on to say that by permitting Abdeen to exclusively own the idea of a space-traveling tardigrade, this court would improperly withdraw that idea from the public domain and stifle creativity naturally flowing from the scientific fact that tardigrades can survive the vacuum of space. So what does that mean? It means that using the tardigrade and its survival characteristics in a creative property such as Star Trek is not a violation of copyright law. After this decision by the court, it seems the tardigrade is capable of surviving not just in our own universe, but in the Star Trek universe as well. Now, in just a moment, I'll be taking you back in time to find out what happened this week in Star Trek history, but first, a word from me. This show is supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Your contributions from just $1 a month and up fund the resources that we use to keep delivering Star Trek news to you wherever you are. Whether it's here, through the podcast, or on our website, or even our daily newsletter, we're committed to keeping you up to date on the latest news in the Star Trek fandom, and you can help. Just head to patreon.com/daily Star Trek news to find out how your monthly contribution of just $1 or more can make a difference. That's patreon.com/daily Star Trek news, and a big thanks to you for supporting this show. And now, a look back into Star Trek history. It was today, August 19th, back in 1921, that the great bird of the galaxy, the creator of Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry, was born. He shares his birthday with fellow Star Trek alumni Diana Muldaur and Jonathan Frakes. Roddenberry was born in El Paso, Texas, but he grew up in Los Angeles. He flew 89 combat missions in World War II and was an officer with the LAPD before he made the leap into writing television. Roddenberry's first writing credit was on the TV series Mr. District Attorney in 1954. It would be just 10 years before filming started on the original pilot for Star Trek, The Cage. 56 years after that pilot first filmed, Star Trek is obviously still going strong, and thanks to the famous credits created by Gene Roddenberry, he's still having entries added to his IMDb page today. Roddenberry passed away on October 24th, 1991, at the age of 70. He would have been 99 years old today. Tune in again next Wednesday for more Star Trek history. Well, that's it for today's daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. Don't forget to check out the other great shows on the network at podcasts.roddenberry.com. Daily Star Trek News is produced by me, Allison Pitt, with selected stories by Chris Peterson. We're supported by people like you through Patreon. Find out how you can add your support at patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News. Sign up for the Daily Star Trek newsletter at dailystartreknews.com/contact. Get all the day's Star Trek news delivered straight to your inbox every weekday morning. And if email's not your thing, then don't forget to follow Daily Star Trek News on social media. We're at Daily Trek News on Twitter and Instagram. I'm back tomorrow with more of the Star Trek news you need to know and the weekend's Star Trek events. I'm Allison Pitt. Live long and prosper.
Podcast.roddenberry.com, the Roddenberry Podcast Network.